Greetings and salutations, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the PapaPC Play-Along. I'm coming to you after a short hiatus. I decided to take a couple weeks off over the holidays, just kind of, do some family things. But in general, I just kind of got a little bit busy and didn't get a chance to get back to it. Last time I did record, it was a double episode, so I was hoping that I might tie everybody over until this one. Now, since the last time we played, I haven't done a ton, but I have done a few things, so I figured I'd give everybody a little bit of a tour and catch you up on what's been going on and where we are at. So first things first, we'll go down and see the little storage room and the little storage area that I've been coming together. We've got a few more barrels put in place. I started labeling them all and getting everything separated. Got all my woods along one side, got all my stones along the other, and I'm going to keep expanding this as we go along. Started putting in some lanterns, got a little bit of the iron flowing, so kind of just put a few things together. You see I did finally use up a little bit of the diamonds that I gathered, and I'll talk a little bit about that. And got some of the obsidian gathered up and drew up an enchanting table. Looking pretty empty. I will eventually put in some bookshelves around here, but I kind of set it up and gave some space for it, but I haven't really done a ton with that yet. I figured at some point in the not so distant future I will, but for now it's really just more of a placeholder. I can do some enchantings, and as you can see I've got a ton of levels, and I'll explain a little bit about that as well. But I have, most of the stuff I would be using up here is kind of going to be too low of a level, simply because I don't have the books necessary and the bookshelves necessary to be able to do a whole lot else. So we'll come upstairs to the house. I put a little backdoor tunnel into here so I can get in and out. I still have a few diamonds. I did go exploring and got a few. Nothing over exorbitant, but it was definitely enough to get me started. And you'll see I am decked out in iron, but I have not used the diamond up on those. Although I did create a single diamond pickaxe, simply because I needed to go get that obsidian. One of the big things I did do, we'll take a little trip down to the fish farm. I didn't do much with the village yet. I'm still, waiting. I'm going to do a little bit more there. I haven't decided fully what I want to do and how I want to do it, but I know I want to do something. I just haven't quite figured it out yet, but I'll get there. Boy, I gotta really tame some of this grass. It's getting a little out of control. But in general, I think I lost my bees. I don't know what happened. I'm guessing that something aggroed them, and they attacked, and they all died. Yeah. So that's kind of a problem. I'm going to have to see about drawing some more in, especially since I went out of my way to build a couple hives over here for my farm. But, well, everything has just grown so much. I got to knock it all down. Sorry, can't resist. I missed a few. Can't waste that resources. It's all good stuff. Especially since I want to eventually be able to get to some more trading with the villagers. And I have a feeling I'm going to need paper, and I'm going to need a lot of it. I'll come back and harvest this. Not right now, but I'll probably do that maybe later off camera too. I did build up the fish farm, the automated fish farm, and I burned through an entire fishing pool. But I was able to get a few things. I stacked up 4 chests with hoppers flowing into it. As you can see, fishing poles galore. The stuff on the bottom rows was just stuff I was carrying with me at the time, so I threw it in there so I could fish farm it. But lots of fishing poles, including some that were pretty nice actually. We got some unbreakings and some mending, so I'll probably be using those. Lots of luck of the seas, lure. I'm going to probably take and combine a few of those. That'll eat up a few of my levels, I'm sure. And I might even just throw an anvil out here so I can start doing some of that, and maybe even a grindstone so I can just chew up all the junk ones and pull their resources out of them. The second one, bows, and saddles. Again, I'm probably going to go through, I'll clean these all up, pick out all the good ones, and pretty much just, scrap the rest. They're just not worth saving if they're, junk ones. Although I have to make the decision between infinity and mending. I'm probably going to go with mending, but I'm not sure yet. I do have the skeletons farm going, so I can get all the arrows in the world I want, but we'll see. Third one, I sorted all this out. Third one, all fish, and, well, water bottles, because, you know, I guess I get a lot of those. But really, I didn't have a whole lot of needs for those. I'll reuse them just to at least get the glass out of them, and use those glass bottles. I'll use those for brewing at some point in the future. Same thing with the puffer fish and the tropical fish. I don't know if they actually have a whole lot of use, but I will. I'll see what I can do with those. The rest of the fish I'll probably cook up. And then last but definitely not least, my books. All the miscellaneous junk as well down here. Lots of name tags. Definitely going to be using those. Tripwire hooks, not so much. Lily pads, maybe. But books, riptides, power for, piercing for. The smite will come in handy. I did get Aqua Infinity. I got here some great ones, some piercing and some efficiency as well. Lots of those. I did not remember seeing a mending book. I was going to take a quick look. No. So that's the big problem that I have here, is I really wanted to start getting some mending books. I'd like to get my diamond pickaxe with some mending on it, just to kind of keep that moving along and kind of make it a little bit more strong, so that it can kind of heal itself. But I did get some pretty good stuff either way. What was I doing? Just checking. And so that's what I got out of the fishing farm. It was a pretty good run. I wouldn't say it was absolute phenomenal, but I probably ran it for, I don't know, a few hours. There must have been a bug, or I must have bumped the mouse at some point and changed it, so my fishing pole actually ended up breaking, and it shouldn't have. But we'll take care of that at some point, and I'll fix it up. But needless to say, the AFK fishing farm, and I don't know whose design this originally was. I know it's all over YouTube and all over the internet, but this has kind of been the one that most people seem to have been using the most. It seems to be the most effective, and I would say is, you know, if you need a tutorial on this, I can see about putting a link in it, but really, if you just go onto YouTube and put in AFK fish farm, this is almost guaranteed the design you're going to get. You'll have to excuse my throat a little bit. I am kind of fighting a little bit of a cold, and, you know, perfectly for topping it all off. But let's see. As far as, you know, crops go, I'll go through and get all those offline. For today's episode, really though, what I really wanted to kind of start doing was seeing about maybe building that nether portal. Oh, I'm going to need that. I left the obsidian over here. I want to see about maybe building that nether portal, because what I really want to do is get some quartz. I need that for any kind of automation, and that's going to be a pretty big thing. I'm going to need, I don't know the seeds right now. I'll grab that extra iron. No, I don't need that right now. That was junk. I don't think I need any of that right now. But basically what I wanted to do was kind of get set up and get another portal going, and see about, oh, it's nighttime, I must take a bed, and see about trying to get into the nether and grab some quartz, because like I said, I want to be able to build a few things, and one of the things I wouldn't mind trying to build would be an automated sheep shearing machine. That's a handy thing. You know, I like to have the wool, and I like to be able to do a little bit more with that. And in addition to that, I want to see about books. I need leather in order to build all those bookcases that I need for that enchanting table. And in order to get books, I need leather. I need bookcases first, and in order to get the bookcases, I need books, and in order to get the books, I need leather. So really what I want to have to start doing is seeing if there's a way that I can do a little bit of farming, or a little bit of, you know, I guess, cow herding. What I really want to be able to do is to get a way to get a continuously, supply of, well, steak too at some point, but I really want to get the continuing supply of leather. So I have a couple different options. First off, I could go and gather, some cows and start trying to breed them and manually doing that stuff, and then kind of remembering to run out there every few hours and get the cows going. Or what I can do would be to maybe see about trying to do something a little bit more automated. And by that, what I mean was I wouldn't mind doing something with what they call cramming. Basically, you put enough entities in a single block that every time a new one comes along, they die. Oh yeah, the trees over here, that was my planting. I planted some oak, some birch, and I gotta have the spruce. So I think the extra pods oil that it creates when it is going to come in handy for some crafting later, or not for crafting but for decorating later. But really, I just wanted to kind of get a little bit of more continuing supply of that. But back to the cows. So the idea is that basically you dig a one block wide hole, 2 blocks deep, and just start cramming cows into it. As many as you can get into it, and eventually when he hits the limit, which I want to say was somewhere around 20. I don't know. I would have to go look it up. That eventually the cows will die off every time a new one comes along. That's great, and that should work. I am going to need a hopper, and I am going to need some chests. So what I can do is build that hopper first, because I'm going to need to put something underneath that. Boom. And then eventually I'll get a double chest at some point, but a single chest for now should suffice. And really, it's just a matter of digging a hole, putting cows in it, and letting them, breeding them up until they kind of die. Now, for this, what I'm going to end up doing is, I think, building myself a little area for my cows, my sheep, everything else, kind of an automated processing area. It can get a little bit loud, so I like to kind of separate it from my house a little bit. But really, it's going to be almost like a work barn, for lack of a better term. But for now, what I'm going to do is just kind of see about jamming them in a hole and making it work. So I'm going to need the chest. Let's see, where's a good spot for that? Let's put it down. Let's put the chest down there. We'll put that on top of there. And then what I'm going to try to do, or should I go deeper? And then what I need to do is basically have this surrounded by that where the cows are sitting down inside of it. You know what? I'm going to go deeper. Yeah, I know. I used an axe, or a pickaxe to do that. So let's back up a couple more. Let's go a little bit deeper. So let's go ahead and put our chest down there. That down on top of there. Now I should be able to put some dirt. I said, here. And still be able to access the chest. Yep. Oh, I'm going to need to put another dirt here. So I'm going to have to go another block deeper. There we go. So I can get to the chest. Eventually I'll make that a double chest so you can make it easier to get to, but that should work. So basically now we have a 2 deep hole. All I have to do is get the cows into that. Personally, if I do that, I found it's easier to get them into. I can push them a little bit easier and try to push them in, drive them into it. This will work for any animals, really, but cows are the one I want the most. So now I am pretty much just going to be on the hunt for the cows and seeing what I can find. Oops. Yeah. I am always keeping the sword out just because you never know what you're going to come across. I will build a chicken farm at some point too. I'm not too concerned about chickens at the moment, especially since I have the skeleton spawner. Really, my big thing is I need the cows for the leather. I can do things with horses and things like that to get leather as well, and llamas if I happen to find them, but those are a little bit harder because of the size. They don't. I find them harder to try to cram with, but in general, any entity or any creature will work. Again, this is on Java. I don't know if on Bedrock that works. I don't think it does. I think they actually have some different rules around the entity cramming, and it doesn't actually limit it out. You run into basically an almost unlimited supply. I think I've done that before with chickens, where I had enough of them in there that it started to lag the machine out and started to lag the server out. But in general, again, I do want to say, hey, everybody, if you're enjoying what you're seeing, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons. It helps go a long ways as far as getting, the show promoted and getting things out there. I initially started this really to, kind of for the kids. My kids were super excited to see that, Dad was doing some YouTube stuff, especially since my son pretty much would live on YouTube if you let him. I think he gets pretty excited to see and to hear about some of the stuff that we're doing here. At some point, they may even come and play along with us. They're not quite there yet, but they're getting there. They both got their own systems for Christmas this year. So, oh, look at all the cows here. Let's see if we can get maybe 2 or 3 of them. If I can get 3, that would be awesome. Another one over there. I think I'm pushing my luck, trying to go more than 3. Even there, I'm losing one. I think the grass can actually cause them to get lost. That one just does not want to seem to come, does he? Am I gonna have to cross the river? I didn't realize I went that far. No, I didn't. I'm over here. Okay. Phew! Come on, cows. Really? There's the houses over there. I'm heading the wrong way, but I don't know if I can get around this. Oh, looks like there might be a spot here I can get across. Come on, cows. I'm trying to get greedy, aren't I? That never works out well, does it? Oh, come on. Why are you being so... I've never struggled this hard trying to get the cows to follow. Come on. Oh my God. Come on now, cows. It's getting night now. Oh my god. And we got zombies coming out now. I guess I'll have to do one at a time. Really? Get Creeper Central. Screw it. Take a quick nap. Hoping my stuff's still there. This has been way more difficult than it normally is. I'm still going to take care of the creepers. But it looks like maybe just one. Ah. Come on, cow. Hey, come back here. Ah, crap. Stupid creeper. Ah, damn it. Come back here. Come back here, cow. There's one. I'm going to have a lot of fixing up to do. Now let's see if I can go find that other cow that I left behind part way. Should be cow over here. Basically, what I want to do is at least get 2 of them down in there. And then from there, I could just start breeding the 2. And that should work. There's one. There it is. Come on now, Mr. Cow. Let's go. I'm actually excited to see the wolf. That is pretty awesome. I'm going to be grabbing bones to come back for him real quick. And another creeper over there. I gotta do something about all this grass. Come on, Mr. Cow. Getting so close. Getting so close. Really? Don't you want to come to your home? You'll love it here. It's great. It's spacious. It's roomy. Or more importantly, you have friends. I forgot to put a bucket of water down at the bottom. Stops them from bouncing. Come here. But well, we'll see what we can make do. Yay, we're there. now I can do, oh, I don't need that. I can see about breeding them up. And now we can go about. Now I'm going to go see if I can grab some bones and maybe even see about taming that wolf real quick. That was an unexpected surprise. I'll have to come back and fix all this up later. We'll get a little bit of that stuff out of the ground, out of the dirt, or get the dirt back in the ground, as the case might be. Let's see, I think I have some bones in here. Oh, I got a ton of bones. I don't want to throw that. Where's that wolf? There's wolves. Let's see if I can. Really, come on. Yay! And we got the achievement for best friends. Basically, I got a wolf. I got a pet dog, which will come in handy later. He's a great early warning system, but mostly I'm just going to stick him in my house for now. If I go far enough back, he should come in. There he comes. And you can just park it. I'll name him at some point. And then, matter of fact, why don't you guys see if you can come up with a good name for my pet? I think right now he's just chilling out, but we'll have to see what we can do. Maybe we'll give him a collar and give him some different identification there. But really, what I wanted to do was kind of see about getting set up. I'm going to try to maybe see about building out that nether portal. I'll have to figure out a good place for that. I think we want to do. I'm going to do this down in my basement, but maybe not. I think I might expand out, maybe even put it closer to towards the village, so that we can kind of reuse it so everybody can kind of use it as a spawn point or as a starting point. Maybe I'll put it as a big centerpiece, kind of right out in the middle here, because that way people can use it to come back to the village, back to wherever, and it should be something kind of fun for a portal. Really, I think most people are probably fairly familiar with it at this point. I'm going to go get a flint and steel, but basically you need at least 10. And then what I used to do is stick that in the corner, put one there. Everybody argues about whether or not you should have the open blocks in the corner. Some people think it looks better with them. Some people it looks better without them. I'm all in favor of conserving resources, especially in the early game, simply because, well, again, I kind of need the resources. So I want to be able to, not overdo it. I don't have any iron there. I need iron. I need iron. And flint. I think I think I moved all my iron downstairs. Iron. Yay! We need 1 iron, and then we need some flint, and I can make my flint and steel and light that baby up. What I will probably do is just take a peek in it. I thought I had flint. Do I not have flint? How do I not have flint? Have I not actually gathered any gravel? Okay, I think I will go and empty out some of my inventory and go do a little bit of gravel hunting. I do have, okay, I'm like, I had to have gravel. I just did not have any flint. Well, let's just throw a little bit down. And we need ourselves a piece of flint. Of course, when you want a piece, it takes forever. I don't know if it actually makes any difference from a percentage of drops if you're using a shovel versus using, anything else to smash the gravel. But in general, I don't think it does. Oh, there we go. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this gravel, put it back in there. I am going to get rid of a bunch of the other stuff on my inventory real quick here. Just close the doors. I have a bunch, looks like, of oak, oak stairs, oak planks. I'm not going to need any of that. I am going to carry with me some oak planks because you never know what you need to make. Some coal and things like that to make a few tools. I am also going to carry with me a bunch of cobblestone. I'm actually going to see what I got for cobblestone here. Great. Because one of the first things I like to do when I get to the nether is immediately put up a base of cobblestone around my my stuff, simply because I don't want to blow up. I don't want to, you know, have that. Oops. Boy, oh boy. Yeah, I'm still fighting with the keyboards, folks. Still haven't gotten a good one I like. I'm trying yet another new one, and it's still not what I want. Let me empty up my inventory. Again, I'll get rid of the rotten flesh, the seeds. I can get rid of my mutton, my bones. Oh, wait. Iron nuggets can come out of there. That, my wheat, everything's full. I really gotta get more storage space. We'll figure it out. For now, it's good enough. But really, I think it's a chance to go light this baby up and jump through and see what happens. It's almost night, but it doesn't really matter since I'm going into the nether. I do have my diamond pickaxe on me. That might be stupid, but you know, you only live once. Okay, I immediately like to search around, make sure there are no gas ready to blow me up. There are not. Okay, great. So what I'm going to do is clear out a few things. I'm going to immediately start building up some cobblestone all the way around my base, what I'm going to call my base at least, simply because this is going to be home sweet home for a little bit. I want to be a little bit to protect it and make sure I protect my portal, because if that gets destroyed in any way, shape, or form, that could be very difficult, and you end up having to die to get home. Not really something I want to look forward to doing. I don't like dying at all. I've had enough of that already, I think, in this one. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm going to come out a few on that side. I want to come out a little bit more on maybe on this side, just so I can kind of have a little bit of a base. It doesn't have to be the prettiest thing in the world. In general, really, it's just kind of there to protect us, so that nothing kind of goes boom boom and blows us up. Talking about the gas in particular, they are pretty protected, or rather they're pretty potent, and I need to be a little bit protected. I'm not too worried about zombie pigmen. They're pretty harmless, and as long as you don't accidentally hit them, that would be bad, because okay. Get rid of this block. See, there's one over there already. Get a little roof over our heads too. Anytime you hear the gas crying, I get a little bit skittish and a little bit worried, because they like to blow things up, and I don't want to die. Again, really nothing fancy. It doesn't actually need to be fully enclosed. There's nothing that's going to come in here. A wither skeleton can't get in here. The only thing that can walk in here would be zombie pigmen or maybe magmas, the small ones, but I'm not too concerned about them at this point. What I am going to do, though, is kind of come out here real quick and jump over here and grab this nether quartz, because that is good stuff. Huge XP, if you didn't know, but really I'm less worried about it from an XP perspective and more just worried about it because I want the quartz itself for crafting. I want to be able to start looking at some automation, and the other quartz is kind of key for a few of the recipes I need to make some of the dispensers, observers, or one of those. I think it was the observers needed the quartz. That was my only pickaxe. Other than my diamond, oh well, diamond will work. I'd love to be able to get some mending on my diamond, but for now, it's good. Really, that was the big things I wanted right off the get-go. For this, I do want to take a quick peek around, just to see if there was any nether fortresses around here. I am spawned up fairly high, but not super bad. It'd be really nice for once. I don't think I've ever actually had another fortress anywhere near my spawn point in any of my playthroughs on any of my worlds throughout all of history, but it would be kind of nice sometime to be able to actually have that. But I'm not going to hold my breath. Got a magma cube over there. That would be nice. There's mushrooms over there. I don't really need those at the moment. But walk up here. There's gas down there. Just lots of burning, and zombie pigmen. Nope, nothing right now. I'll come back for glowstone. I'll come back for, more quartz. I'll probably do that offline. I'll probably maybe even clean this up a little bit. But really, I got what I wanted when it came through. And I got the important stuff. There's some creepers running around out here. I'm going to get upstairs, get to bed, just so that they don't blow me up or blow nothing up. So really, what I want to probably do offline is maybe see about building a little bit more around the entity cramming area and the sheep pen. I'm going to see about maybe trying to build up a little bit of a warehouse, or I think I'll call it that, or a warehouse district. Nothing overly fancy, more utilitarian than anything else, but it is something I wanted to kind of build out. Let's see. Beyond that, I think I might do a little bit more cleanup in the nether. Kind of get things a little bit more organized in the house as well. And we'll probably do a little bit more fishing, but I'm really going to kind of clean out those fishing chests, clean up the bows, see what I can make out of those, look at those books and see if there's anything that I can apply to any of my tools, especially if there's anything from efficiency, or I don't want to go through and look for anything looting. If there's any looting, I'm definitely going to be putting that onto a diamond sword, but really kind of just taking the books and utilizing whatever I can. I'm going to take those fish, cook those babies up, because, well, I'm tired of eating berries, and they're not as good as some of the other items are. The fish seem to be a little bit better, and we'll see what we can do from there. But really, that's kind of what I'm going to do from today's episode. And I want to kind of thank everybody for coming along for the ride today. It's been a little bit maybe not quite as exciting as some of the episodes. I actually managed to get through an entire episode without dying. Yay! I will cheer for that. Oh, I don't know what just happened. And I will got through an entire episode without dying, so that's a very good thing. And I will see you guys next time on the next episode. And again, like and subscribe. Please do so. I would appreciate it. It would help with the cause. And I'm going to be seeing about spinning up a second series. I think I might even be doing a little bit of adventuring. I think I might be doing something with skylocks. Just kind of, get a little bit of difference and a little bit of variety. Something I wanted to play with a little bit more and a little bit more detail. So I hope maybe you guys will all come along with me on that one too and watch. I don't think I will be doing that one as a play along. It'll be more of just a secondary series. I'll be doing that running solo, I think. But it is something I always wanted to give a whirl to and see what we can do. And until next time, I appreciate it, and God bless.